Speaking of complete overwhelmed state, the final topic of this module is avoiding burnout. If your body, mind, or soul is telling you to take a break, do it. This will make you more productive, not less productive. Now, I'm not talking about, doing nothing for 3 days straight, unless that's truly what you need. I'm talking about, oftentimes when I'm working too hard, my body will say, you need to take a couple hours off, you need to take 5 minutes off. And if I try to ignore it, then I just get exhausted. But if I pay attention and go for today, for example, I went and had dinner with some friends for about an hour and a half. I really wanted to keep working, but I knew I needed the social time. I needed the exercise for the bike ride to get there, and I needed the time away from the microphone in this case. And that turned out to be a tremendous boost to my productivity afterwards, instead of my productivity continuing to decline as it would have had I continued working. Another major idea is that you really need to plan downtime before and after a major project. So when you're doing something huge that takes a lot of your time, and you're skimping on your self-care, and you're pushing yourself really hard for a long period of time, that's really hard on your body and on your psyche. So you want to make sure that you're prepared for that beforehand. Tie up all the loose ends, and make sure that you're ready to start the project. And then after the project, you need to take some time additionally to recognize your achievement and congratulate yourself. So many times, those of us who are overachievers will finish a project, will finish something, and then we will immediately start thinking about, okay, so what's the next piece to it? What's the next piece to it? I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. There's always this perfectionistic tendency to need to have something that you're working towards, and you're never quite happy with what you've got. So this does not have to be a huge, long period of time or any giant ritual or anything like that. Just plan some time to recognize what you have done, and then take it from there. So the final piece of this is restorative leisure. Many of us try to live our fun time and our leisure time at the same pace as our work lives, and that's really a recipe for burnout. You really need to have your rest time be actual rest, preferably away from the computer, away from the screens, away from different things that are going to keep your brain engaged on those work or project-oriented things. When you are resting and when you are doing this downtime before and after the project, you really need it to be as restful as possible. Go for a walk, meditate, talk to a friend, go on a trip, do something where you're away from your work is the best way to avoid burnout.